Alright, for Transportation Board Title 49, November 1st, 2018 edition. 1005, Principle of the Investigation of Voluntary Disposition of the Loss over the Damage of the Claim of the Proceeding with Solve of the 1005 1, Applicable with the Regulation 1005 2, Filing of the Claims 1005 3, Acknowledgement of the Claims 1005 4, Investigation of the Claims 1005 5, the Disposition of the Claims 1005 6, for the Processing of the Salvage 1005, the Waiver of the Measure of Loss 1005 1, Applicable with the Regulations set forth the end shall of the receiver the claim of the loss of damage, injury, delay with the property, the transport, except for the transportation, interstate, foreign commerce for the each of the railroad, except for the company, motor carrier, water carrier, the freight forward, and here and after, call the carrier a subject for the interstate with the commercial act. And let's back out this. Filing claims. The line with the regulation claim with the loss of damage of the bag with the loss of damage, injury, the delay with the cargo shall not be voluntary paid with the carrier unless the file with the provide the paragraph the section with the receiver the delivering with the carrier with the carrier and issue the billing of the landing receiver the ticket of the bag and check with the carrier on the hose line the alleged loss of the damage and injury delay occur within the specified time limit to act with the error of the other may be required with the law of the terms of the bill of lading other contract carriage all of the tariff provisions applicable thereto the minimum filing requirements of the electronic communication with agree with the carrier with the shipper the receiver the involved from the claimant with the proper carrier with the time limit specified in the bill of landing contract with the cave the transportation one containing with the facts division with the identify of the baggage of the shipment of the property with the asserting liability alleged to loss damage injury delay with the making the claim of the payment is specified with the determined amount of the money with the shall consider the position with the complying with the provisions of the filing claim with the brace for the bill of landing other contract with the carriage provided however where the claim with the electronically handled the procedure that established for the insurer the responsible carrier associated except for the supporting documents not consented to the claim with the bad order report for the ratio with the report with the damage of the notation for the short of the damage of the other both the freight bill delivered with the other documents inspection reports issued with the carrier of their inspection agency whether the extent with the lot of the damage indicated with the dollars and sent for the other way shall be standalone not be considered by the carrier sufficient to comply with the minimum filing requirements specified in the paragraph B with the section D claim with the file with the uncertain amount of the claim with the presented against a proper carrier with the uncertain amount with $100 more left for the carrier again for the such for the claim with the file with the should be determined the condition of the baggage shipment even though the time of the delivery if it was delivered and show the certain the nearly possible extent of the if any of the lot of the damage of the shell not however voluntarily pay with the claim under the circumstances left until formal claim of the written and specified with the determined amount of the money that shall be filed with the form for the provision paragraph E with the section of their claim if the investigation claim develops more and more the other carrier that has presented with a similar carrier the same shipment with the carrier investigated with the claim of special communication with each following other carrier prior to the agreement they intend for the between among these proper dispositions such as claim of the claim they shall notify of the claimant receive the confliction of the overlapping claim of further substantiation of the part of each of the claimant over the title over the property involved the right over the prospect respect of the judge claims 1005 the acknowledgement of the claims each carrier shall be bound to receive the written notification electrical transmission proper according to the man with the form that described the regulation and acknowledge with the receiver the special claim with the written electronically claim with within 30 day with the after the day of the receiver the carrier and left the carrier shall pay the claim with the special claim with the written exclaimed electronically with the 30 day with the receiver thereof the carrier shall indicate with acknowledgement of the claim with any of the additional documentation evidence of the other pertinent information may be required with the further process of the claim and as the preliminary examination of the claim in this file, but may have revealed. The carrier shall shall at the time of the issue of the claim receive the create a separate file with the sign of the therefore with the successful claim of the file with the number of the name note with the number all the documents filed with the support of the claim all the records corresponding with the respect of the claim and include with the acknowledgement of the receiver at the time of the service claim of the receiver of the carrier shall cover the day with the receiver the record with the faith of the claim of the document of the day with the receipt also with the appear with the carrier's acknowledgement of the receiver of the claim of the carrier shall also cover the claim of the file name and with the shipping and if the and its possession if the delivered receipt everything of the covering ship of the unless for the carrier established orderly consistently with the internal procedure showing that all the information contained with the shipping of the orders delivered receive the tally with the sheet of the other written records made with respect with transportation should limit claim with the made available the examination upon the receipt of the claim to that all the strength of the records documentation true with the clue with the reproduction thereof in fact examined with the course of the investigation claim with the appropriate record with the made with the examination has in fact taken place for three of the procedure prevent with a duplicate with otherwise unlawful payment of the claims 1005 4 with the investigation of the claims proper investigation each of the investigation required with each of the claims filed against for the carrier and the manner with the prescribed here and there shall be properly thoroughly investigated if the investigation not already made with the power of the receipt of the claim supporting the documents of the necessary part of the investigation each of the claims should support with the original bill of landing evidence of the freight over the if any of the either of the original invoice for the photographic copy of the original invoice exactly the copy thereof the incorrect name with the over the certified by the claimant with the truth with the correct with the respect of the property with all the value involve the claimant, the certified original voice of the exact copy of the correct made with the certified with the claimant with the true with the correct with the respect for the property value involved with the claimant, the certification of the price of the value, the trade with the other discount down to allowance with the deduction, any of the nature whatsoever there of the terms thereof, or depreciate them or elected for thereon proceed provided however the property involved with the claimant that has not been void for the consignee show the bill of landing where the invoice does not show the price of the value where the property involved that has been sold with the property that is transfer the bookkeeping value down the carrier should be voluntary paying with the claim requiring require claimant established with destination value with the quantity shipped to transport involved with the writing further that when supporting with the documents determined necessary part of the investigation with the supporting documents are retained with the carrier possible to inspection verification of loss when the asserted claim the loss of the entry of the packet of the entire shipment or otherwise authorized by the investigation of the carrier should be detained with the consigner with the shipment with involved with the certified writing with the property for which the claimant has filed that has not been received the any of the other certificate disposition of claims each of the carriers subject to the interstate with the commercial act with the receipt the written electronically transmitted claim loss of the damage of the baggage whether loss of the damage injury delay with the property was transported and shall be made paid to claim the made of the firm compromise with the settlement of the written electronically with the claim with 120 days after the receipt of the claim of the carrier provided however the claim cannot be processed and disposed of with 120 days after the receipt thereof the carrier shall be at the time of the and expiration shall exceed 90 to 60-day period until the claimant remains pending of the vive of the claimant in writing electronically staff the claim with the reason for the delaying of the making the final disposition thereof and shall retain the copy should have the claimant of the claim filed thereon. 1005 6 proceeding solved whenever the baggage has been true for the good of the other property transport with the carrier subject to provision here and contained with the damage alleged for the damage for the also the consequence of the error of the not delivered and if the rejected refused the tender thereof the owner consignor with the person certified with the receipt of the trust property to carry after the receipt of the due date whenever the practicable to do so the owner and other party of the may have interest therein unless the drive of the consigned contrary with the ever given such no shall be indirectly to sell dispose of such property directly by the employment of the competent solve the agent of the carrier shall only dispose of the property in the manner of the fairly equally protect with the best of the interest of the person who have the interest therein the carrier shall be itemized record of sufficient to identify the property and to be able to correlate with shipment and transported involving claim if any of the file there of the carrier also show sign that each lot number of the property except for the lot number to note the number of the records of shipment of the claim if the claim is filed with the disposition of the records material for the good to be directly agent with the employer with the carrier which of the solve of the agent or the company with the name of the carrier one or more of the director's officer with the manager with the interest of financial otherwise the carrier's office of the record should be reflected particular each of the transaction relationships both in the case may be upon receipt of the claim of the shipment of the salvage they have received the manner of their here and there of the prescribed of the carrier shall record the claim of the file there and a lot number of time of the amount of the money recovered if any of the disposition such property the day with the transfer made over the testimony of to a person of the person lawfully entitled to receive the same or 1007 the waive of the measure of the loss when the wage you with the measure of the loss the rail transit of the scrap item with the shield of the accurate actual tear the gross weight of the determined original destination of the settlement of the claim shall be based on the comparison of the net weight of the original destination. Part 1007 of the record containing information about individuals.